By default, macOS ships with a version of Python installed, but it's Python 2, not Python 3. Let's check this out. So while we have Python installed on this computer, it's only Python 2. I wonder if we have Python 3 installed as a different command. Let's check. So we don't have Python 3 installed in this computer. Let's install it. There are two ways to install Python on macOS. We can either download the installable package from the official website and install that one, or we can use a package management system called Homebrew to manage the installation. For this video, we're going to install the package from the official website, but feel free to check out Homebrew on your own. To install Python on macOS, go to the official Python page at python.org. Now we'll click the Downloads menu. Because we're running this on a macOS computer, the website will automatically offer us a link to install Python 3 for macOS. We're now downloading the Python 3 executable installer for macOS. Once it's done downloading, we'll execute it, go through the license and terms of use pages, and finally install it. Depending on how your machine is set up, you might need to enter your password to perform the actual installation using administrator rights. Cool! Now we have an executable Python 3 interpreter that we can use for testing the scripts we're going to write. Let's check that it's working by executing the same command as before, python 3 -- version. Great. Now we have Python 3 installed. Like we said earlier, just because we have the interpreter installed, it doesn't mean we have all the modules we might need to execute every possible script. Let's say we need to write an automation script for handling event scheduling. To do that, we need to manage a bunch of different dates and due date operations, like calculating what date it will be in 2 weeks. To make our lives easier with all that date manipulation, we could use the arrow module, which makes it simple to handle lots of different dates. First, let's check whether we already have this module available. Misfire. The interpreter says there's no arrow module available. To get that module, we'll install it using pip3 command. Notice that on Windows, the command was called pip. On macOS, it's called pip3. So to install the arrow module, we'll call pip3 install arrow from the command line, not the interpreter. Now that we got the module installed, let's try again to import it from the interpreter. Nice! Looks like that worked. To check that we can use it, let's try to do something with this module. How about we use the get function in the module to create a date object from a string? Great. Arrow parsed a date from the string in the format we told it to use. And now the date object has that date. We can now operate with this object. For example, we can ask to increment it by 6 weeks using the shift method and then print it using the format method. The format method that we just used can receive a bunch of parameters. These parameters let us intuitively format the string that we print. We've got our macOS environment ready to go. Now we can use Python and start having some fun with it. Feel free to explore on your own and try some other things out. Up next, I'll show you how to install Python on Linux. You can check that one out, or you can skip ahead. It's up to you.